So what are you guys getting your kids for the holidays? I am completely stumped this year. I mean, I can't even do the go-tos like clothing and books because their attire, their wardrobe is just insane right now. So, family that's watching, please don't get my kids clothes this year. Please. We live between two houses that have kids that are older than, and so we have all of the clothes that we already have, and then their hand-me-downs as well. All great clothes. People just keep dumping clothes. And so no clothes. Their toys are through the roof as well. I have no desire to get them any toys this year. They have way too many as it is. We've done the experience things. Well, we haven't done the experience things, but we have done the subscription boxes. We've done Radish Kids. We've done KiwiCo. And I'm stumped this year. I have absolutely no idea what to do for them. And so if you guys have any cool ideas, please let me know because it's fast approaching and I need to figure all of that out. That has nothing to do whatsoever with what we are making today. But I'll tell you all about that in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 173 of 365 days of soap and day 5 of 10 days of thanks, which is cool. Now, today on the channel, we are making felted soaps, or more specifically, one of the new Soaprentices is making felted soaps because she wanted to. And I like to sort of structure the whole Soaprentice arrangement with kind of whatever they feel comfortable taking on at any given time, right? And so they, of course, start with bath bombs and labelings, and we do all of the basics of the fundamentals of the soap shop and safety and all of the things. But when they start expressing an interest in something else, I really want to let them do that so they can continue to have fun and get fulfillment out of the thing that they're doing. And she wanted to make some felted soaps. And so I thought, we talked about this in the holiday line video, and felted soaps sell really well during Christmas. And so I thought, sure, we can do that. We don't have any Christmas themed actual soaps this year. We have winter themed soaps. So if you want to make some felted soaps and make, snowmen and wreaths and all of the things, let's do it. And so that's what you are seeing today. You're just going to see the felted part of that because a former Soapprentice has shown you all of the getting the first round of felting onto the soaps many, many times on the channel before. Let's go watch the new Soapprentice, one of the new Soapprentices, in action with all of her felting skills. Oh my God, guys, how's it going? Today's freaking crazy. It's day 5, right? Of 10 days of thanks? Yeah, it's day 5. And we are doing felted soaps. Well, I mean, specifically, I am not doing felted soaps. The Soapprentice is doing felted soaps, one of the new Soapprentices. And I find her execution of all of this completely fascinating and wildly different than what you have seen on the channel with felted soaps before. She is rather deft with this needle. She uses it in very intentional ways to sort of pin down different areas in the design while still letting some of the design sort of, well, it's all still attached, but it's like textured. And I found that to be just such a delight as I was editing this footage, and found it really cool and interesting because, you've seen the Soaprentice designs from, the former Soaprentice that we've done a lot. I mean, a lot, you guys. She did, I think most recently, the Chewbacca, right? Chewie was the last one that she did. But she also did a Hamilton. Like, she fixed my Hamilton bars in year one and made like the playbill of Hamilton on soap. That was freaking cool. And I mean, she's done a lot. You've seen a lot from the former Soaprentice. And it's all very like smooth. And I think her artistry is sort of it's not textured. It's not chunky. And I found within this new Soaprentice's artistic style, I just found it very fascinating how you can approach felted soaps in a wildly different way too. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with whether or not you are an artist. Although, thankfully for me, this Soaprentice is also a freaking artist. And so it's like, I love that. I love that I have art people around me with cool ideas that they can play with in a medium. But you don't have to be a good artist to do felted soaps. And really the way that you attack the whole putting the felt onto the soap and all the things, it really does vary from person to person. And I find that just the coolest thing ever. And okay, so a couple things here. You are watching her do this upside down instead of whatever, because she's on the other side of the counter for this. She is a baby Soaprentice, you guys. And she just started expressing an interest in doing like the videos or whatever, but she's not super comfortable kind of working around like a camera setup and a lighting and everything. And so we have these new soap counters that are awesome, and she can easily go from one side to the other. And I think you've been seeing me do it in my videos too, that I'll start on, camera side and then flip over to the other side just for ease of doing the pour. So yeah, you're watching it upside down, but it's okay. She is learning and being awesome and all of the jazz. And eventually she'll be able to get over on this side if she wants, but if not, that's fine too. Because there's all different types of ways to make videos. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just flip the video? And the answer to that is because I didn't want to. And that was it. That was the whole reason. I actually didn't think about it until I had already done a lot of cuts on this footage. And since there were so many cuts in the actual footage itself, I would have had to kind of manually flip everything around. And I wasn't going to do that. But look how cute that snowman is. Look what she did. I'm so excited. I was there weirdly watching her while she was doing this. I'm going to say for moral support, but it really wasn't that. It was just because I was fascinated with her process and I enjoyed watching her do the thing. Now, for these ones, for the snowflakes that she's putting on, she is using a template, as you can see. And that is another really cool and fun way to do felted soaps if you're not really comfortable with the medium or your artistic talent. Again, I don't really think you need a whole lot of artistic talent to do something like this and it still be beautiful. But this is another way to do that with the stencils. And all of these soaps, they're very cool in that every single bar is different. It's different in color. Like the design is the same, but the colors that she uses for the actual felting part to cover the base of the bar, right? And as well as the design part on top, they're all different. And so that means every gift set that we do for these felted soaps, every single one of them is completely and totally 100% unique and comes from this big labor of love, place, because it's all freaking handmade. And that's awesome. And with these soaps, I'm not really telling you how to felt soaps because you've already done so, or I've already done so. You may have already done so too. I don't know. Have you made felted soaps before? Do you already know how to do the thing? If you were interested in seeing how you actually get the base into like the bulk of the bar wrapped and how you get that to adhere and whatnot, go and watch well, I think probably the first felted soap video that we did on the channel. But we've talked about it basically every time. It involves hot and cold water, and the former Soaprentice, see, she's deft with that needle. She bent it. She's intense. But the former Soaprentice, she also developed a cool system where she would put the soap into an organza bag, and that actually helped with the adhering of the fibers during the wet stage. So yeah, you can go check that out. We've done that a lot. So I'm not showing you that. I'm showing you her artistry. And ultimately, when she was, as she was doing all of this, because this Soaprentice designed all of this, right? And she was actually pretty big bummed when we started talking about building the holiday line, which you just saw, right? You just saw the 4 bars that I created and designed for the holiday line this year. And I didn't want to go over the top Christmas. I wanted to go winter. And so she was actually pretty big bummed that we weren't doing anything wild, because she wanted to do Christmas and stuff. And so I decided, because of, this, and of course I always want to make the Soaprentices happy and not have them bummed, because what kind of shit ass life is that, right? I decided, since we wanted to do the felted soaps anyway, and she had taken an interest in it, okay, sure, go off. If you want to do Christmas for this, throw some Christmas in here. And so she ultimately decided on doing 2 that are still winter specific. So the snowman and the snowflakes. And then doing her last 2 a bit more Christmassy. I mean, by a bit more Christmassy, I mean on the nose Christmas. There's no way to make that anything other than Christmas, really. And I thought that was a really good way of approaching a line. And ultimately, I think everything will come together beautifully. And, as me saying, ultimately, everything will come together beautifully, I already know everything will come together beautifully, because I've already seen all of this. It's already been done. And now I'm talking about it. And it's going to be perfect and awesome and amazing, because Soaprentices are good at all of the things. Like, why would they not be? They're talented, incredible human beings. I haven't actually told you much about the new Soaprentice, have I? No. Hold on. I'm getting things. That's interesting. I think I'm going to have to do so. And I don't really have time right now to do so, but let's do it, in the next slide, when she starts working on that awesome Christmas tree thing there. Because, as I said, her next 2 designs, they are on the nose Christmas. And that's cool. Let's go to the felting of the Christmas soaps. So yeah, new Soaprentice. I think I've mentioned it during a live, but she is actually from Chile. And she is at university right now working on a nursing degree, and that's super cool. And so she's yet another Soaprentice doing the school thing and having to figure out how to do the online school thing for science classes. I mean, when you have biology labs and shit and they're online, that's wild. That's wild. I feel so bad for all of these kids having to figure out this new way of life and living and all of the jazz. It's just cuckoo bananas. And look at this soap and how cool this soap is with the texture that she's putting into this Christmas tree. Now, I realized after all of this that this style that she was doing, I think, is really influenced by her upbringing in Chile. Like, because everything is just like, it's like all of the textiles from the region, they're textured and they're thick and they're really like detailed, And so it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen styles from Chile, right? I kind of feel like I need to put some assets on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. But there's no like really smoothness to really anything, like rugs and tapestries and sweaters and parkas. And it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful textiles that come out of this region. And I honestly think that's why she is That's why her soaps look this way. It's part of her cultural thing. And how freaking cool is that? And I was realizing this as I was looking at all of it, and I, sort of grabbed a couple of the soaps that I had saved from the last Soaprentice and just kind of put them side by side and compared them and went, this is wild. Like, again, the former Soaprentice, I think she was going off of her cultural upbringing and what she's familiar with and the things that she's drawn to. And this Soaprentice is doing it too. And it's so freaking fascinating and just like gorgeous. Like, you have this handmade in the USA soap by, the Soaprentice, who is infusing her Chilean influence into it. It's freaking amazing. Also, I'm learning so much about Chile throughout all of this, which is, just for the record, I am, as you know, I'm sure, I'm impossible with like geography and stuff. And so I wasn't even really sure where Chile was. And so I had to look it up, like when she started working for me. Like, I knew it was in South America, but I'm like, I don't know really exactly where it is, right? And South America's big. And so I looked it up and I learned that it was like the most southern country in the whole world. And I don't exactly know how that works, right? Because that's what I learned on the interwebs. But isn't Antarctica below South America? Is Antarctica, there's not a country on Antarctica. Okay, I'm an idiot. You guys, I am good at a lot of things. But geography and that sort, I'm not so good at it. Anyway, I'm learning a lot of cool stuff about Chile, and it's been freaking fascinating. And let's go check out her final felted soap, right now. So yeah, no, her Christmas trees, freaking adorable, right? They're so cute. And then the last one is just, again, all of the pairing of the bright colors and stuff, and just like what she had a vision in mind of. She's going to make stockings on this like burnt orange colored, soap thing with white, green, and blue. That's not a Christmas thing, like those aren't standard Christmas colors as we like see them traditionally in like North American shit, right? And it's freaking amazing and bright and fun. I love it. I love it. She's doing such a good job with everything that she's been working on. And actually, I was super impressed that she took an interest in doing the, the filming and just doing things outside of making bath bombs and labeling things and learning about the different sort of ingredients and stuff. Like, this is basically like the learning area. But when she saw this, she super wanted to do it. And I love that she's taking that initiative so early on. And I think it's just cool. And it's been fun watching her do her thing and come up with her own designs and stuff. And actually, I think for the next, 3 days for sure, you will be getting to see more of her designs. And so this is, Baby Soaprentice's first felted soap line. And then it's going to be Baby Soaprentice's first bath bomb line. And it's cool watching another mind at work and how they approach a theme. And she's been asking me about, can we do this theme? Or how about this? Have you ever done this? Most recently, she actually asked me, because again, I'm impossible with geography and shit. She asked me if I've ever done a countries line. And I went, well, that's a big ass line, right? There's like 9,000 of those things. And she looked it up. There isn't. There's less than 200. I feel like this is basic geography that I should already freaking know, right? Like, how many? It's like 187 or something. Whatever. You guys let me know how many countries there are in the comments, because I'm dumb at those things, but I'm really smart at other things. So it all works out. You know what else works out? These gorgeous felted soaps. Baby Soaprentice's first felted soap line. They are all amazing. She did such an excellent job. I am so incredibly proud of her forever. And I'm super excited to get these on the website. Well, I mean, they're already there, but you can get them now. Yay! That is day 173. Great job, Soaprentice. Yeah, so across the board, all of those soaps are really, really cool. She got better the more she did them, and she got the hang of it and really got into the groove. Felting soaps has a bit of a learning curve to it, just learning how the soap really interacts with the felting wool. And once you get that down and you figure out how to do the stabby stab thing without stabbing your fingers, it all goes pretty smoothly. So I love these. These are absolutely cute and adorable, and they will be sold. They are currently being sold on the website as a 4-pack. And if you have subscribed to the newsletter, you've gone over to soapandclay.com, clicked that newsletter thing, you would not only have access to the felted soaps and the entire holiday line, but you'd also have the Small Business Saturday discount code that I usually don't drop until Small Business Saturday, along with your chance to play 10 Days of Thanks every day. So today's 10 Days of Thanks big item will be dropped at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check your emails for those of you who are subscribed to the newsletter. For those of you who are not, hey, you still have a couple days to play, so go ahead and head over there and do that thing. That'd be awesome. For those of you who have, thank you. This is my thanks to you. I know I've already said it for 4 days, but I will say it for every freaking day. I mean, I thank you every day anyway, but for 10 days of thanks, you get an extra long thank you, because this is the season of gratitude and being very, very humbled by all of these amazing humans that exist in this world, and, let me exist along with you. And that's cool. So thank you. Thank you for supporting this crazy soapy journey. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being kind to each other. Thank you for being all the things. I'm out of here for today, but I'll see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of 10 Days of Thanks and another round of soapy fun. Bye.